All right, today I'm going to go to a $1 estate sale company warehouse sale. I went to one of these last year. I made a video on it. I got some good stuff. Unfortunately, they didn't post it on Instagram before they were having it. It's a 2-day sale, so I missed the first day yesterday, but I'm still gonna go today and see if I can get anything. It might be super picked over, I don't know, but I'm gonna take you along with me and show you what I find. But before I do that, I'm gonna ship out 5 items today. I thought I'd tell you what sold before I package them up and ship them off. And all of these were listed in the last week, except for this first item, which has definitely been listed for over a year, if not 2 years. So I'm really happy to see them go. But the rest of the stuff was very recent listings. So these sold on Poshmark. These are a pair of Timberland boots, and they're men's size 8. They sold for $60. Really happy about that. Pretty good condition. So, but I'm gonna get those shipped out. The other item that sold on Poshmark was a top that I just listed, and it was in a recent haul, I believe, or Thrift With Me, a recent video. So this is Rails. It's a adorable little linen pineapple print. People ask me often, do I list summer, like, do I list things all year round or do I hold on to stuff? I list all year round. So maybe someone's going on vacation and I just don't have the bandwidth to like hold on to things. I think figure out what works best for you, but what works best for me is to list things when I bring them in as quickly as possible. So this is getting shipped out. It sold for $33 on Poshmark. I was expecting around 30, so I'm happy with 33. All right, on eBay, I had 3 sales, and this was, I thrifted this in my small town. This is an Eileen Fisher. Homie, come here, come here. He's sitting on the tripod. Lay down, lay down. He's sitting on the tripod and it's like moving it. So, you know, if you went for a little roller coaster ride, that's why. Eileen Fisher, I really liked the yellow on this. It almost has like a black undertone stitching, if you can see it. So just a yellow sweater, size medium, but a little relaxed fit. This sold on eBay in less than a week for $42, and I'm really happy about that. All right, next up is this cut loose, what I thought was a dress, actually, when I did some research, is a smock jacket or smock coat. And so I listed it as such. But Cut Loose is a brand that I see pretty regularly. Some of their stuff I think is worth picking up. Some of their stuff is too basic to pick up for me. Personally, this is a size medium. Again, I thought this was kind of a dress. Now it does make sense that it's more of a coat because it would be pretty exposed down here if this were a dress. Like, yeah, so, but this is a smock coat. It does have pockets. It has a little button on the back. And I found one identical to this. This sold for $55, which is wonderful because I bought this at a regular thrift store and I think I paid about $10 for it. So really happy with that return, and it sold in less than a week, which is great. And then this last item I'm shipping out today also was listed in the last week. This is Sundance and size medium, just a really adorable little blue velvet top, a little bit of a peplum finish or bottom. This sold for $25, and I'm really happy with that. I wasn't expecting too much for this. Sundance, certain items I'll price a little higher. I think I priced this at about $35. Really happy with Quick Flip. And I think my mom grabbed this. This was in a recent haul as well, and I threw in a couple items that she gave me recently. So I'm going to package all these items up and take these to the post office, probably after, but I'm going to swing by there, see if anything is worthwhile to get for $1. And if I get anything, I will come back and show you anything I got.
Everything's $1 unless it says final price on it, okay?
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning. So immediately when walking in, I noticed this rack of clothing. It was pretty sparse, and normally they have all the clothing in the back. So I quickly browsed this rack. I didn't want to hold my phone up to obviously show right away that I was, getting some footage, but there was nothing good on this rack. Don't worry. Well, there is still stuff out compared to the last time I went, which was last year. It is, this place was packed last time, so it's definitely very sparse.
I did spot these shoes over on the left-hand side, so I popped over. Here's some Donald Pliner shoes, which is not a terrible brand. I have sold it before, but it's not one of my favorite brands, and the style isn't something that I'm excited to pick up. Here's a pair of riding boots. I do live in a rural area where a lot of people own horses, and I don't own horses, so it's not something I know off the top of my head, and I can't look anything up with no cell reception. So if I'm not confident in something, I'm not going to waste my dollar. But I just stayed here to browse the shoes really quickly before heading back to the regular clothes area. So last year when I was here, the clothing was in the same spot, and I found quite a few St. John pieces and overall pieces that sold fairly well for me. A number of them sold for over $100. So I wasn't optimistic by how picked over it was that I was going to find much that was good. Here's a bag that's from the Sack. I've sold the Sack before. Their knit bags like this, or the crocheted bags, don't do that well for me personally. If it was black, maybe, but brown is a tough sell typically for me. Just gonna browse here and see if anything's worthwhile. I'm not super pumped, but who knows? Maybe I'll find a hidden gem. All right, hidden gem. Exactly what I'm hoping for. So I could tell by the fabric that this was definitely St. John. I was really excited to see St. John collection. I'm holding a bag in one hand and my phone in that hand. I'm trying to maneuver everything else with one hand. And one thing that I really didn't want to spend too much time on was inspecting. So I just threw this in my bag very quickly. It looked like it was, in my quick glance, that it was in decent condition. So I popped that in. Here's a skirt, another option that I didn't recognize the brand, but it said made in Canada. I took it off the rack and I just kind of liked the style. So I thought I was gonna, maybe give it a chance. We'll see. That might be a mistake. We'll see later. Okay, seriously, I was pumped about this. I'm a reseller with a label printer, but no regular printer. And as a real estate agent, I occasionally need to print things out for my clients, and I don't always want to go into the office to do that. So I thought, man, if I could get a printer for $1 and buy ink, I feel like that's not a bad deal. I kind of set it aside. I was going to try and open it up to make sure everything was there, but I spotted these bowls that were Crate and Barrel. They looked like they were in decent condition. There were only 2 of them, and I couldn't spot anything else with this red color, but I just decided to put that on my possible printer and continue scouring. While I was in there, I noticed quite a few people picking up these airplane parts, if you see over the person kind of in front of me. And it looked like they were these kits that were semi-put together, but there were still boxes of parts. I was overhearing some of the employees saying that it's each part that's $1, not the total boxed item. I don't know. So anyways, again, I couldn't look anything up. That's just out of my wheelhouse, but maybe those had some value. Who knows? Again, just kind of picking up things, looking at the bottom, just seeing if there's any like made in Japan stuff, things that maybe my mom would like for her antique booth, and still carrying around my printer, my possible printer. Here's probably a better angle to just show how much empty space there was. Obviously, I could tell that they were trying to spread things out maybe the night before to show everything left, but it was definitely picked over, which I can't blame people for coming on the first day. So I'm going to keep browsing. I'm not in the market for any furniture at all, but I did like this piece for $65. Again, she said when I walked in that if it was marked final sale, it was still that price. So the larger furniture and stuff was still marked appropriately. I quickly browsed through things, and one thing that I didn't show on camera is I did open up the printer and it was missing cords. So I left that behind. But I did spot all these comic books. If I knew anything about comic books, I would have stuck around. But these were all $1. There were a million. But it was time for me to head home. And I'll show you everything I got and what I plan on doing with it.
Okay, I got distracted today and realized I still need to show you the stuff I got at the dollar sale, but it is almost bedtime. So I found a few things, but I really wish I would have gone the first day because I overheard one of the employees saying that it was like madhouse. There was so much more stuff. People were buying lots of stuff, and I guarantee that I would have been able to really score. And I don't know why they didn't post it beforehand and how people found out. I think they post on Facebook where I don't follow them and I don't really log in there. And I follow them on Instagram. Anyways, it doesn't matter. I'm going to show you a couple things I got for myself and a few things to resell, and then a few things I'm giving to my mom for her antique booth. So this is something I got for myself. I've been keeping an eye out at thrift stores for a picnic basket. I think they can be a lot of fun. Spring's right around the corner, and I'm looking forward to some picnics. So this one's actually in pretty decent shape. It's not marked, but it does have, I think the design of this is really great. Room for a bottle of water and a bottle of wine, and then plenty of space in here for crackers, cheese, fruit, cheese. Did I say cheese twice? Obviously, I haven't had cheese this entire month. I am excited to eat it again. But I really like the style, and this was $1. So I would have happily paid, $10 at a thrift store for that because I've been looking for one. And I paid $13 for all of this. So yeah. All right. I also got two martini glasses. I have wine glasses, but I like to make martinis every once in a while. And I don't have any. And I thought, oh, is it raining again? Jeez. I thought, why not? They're $1 a piece. They're not marked or anything. But yeah, I like a martini. So there you go. All right, I got a couple clothing items and I couldn't look anything up. They don't have cell service in a lot of my town for me. I could use a different carrier, but long story, I don't. And it actually kind of makes it more fun when you can't look things up, in my opinion. So I did look up comps for all of these, and I probably should have left some of them behind, but at the same time, whatever. I got this because I liked the style. I didn't recognize the brand. It's a skirt and it's got these beautiful buttons. I don't know if it's going to pick up, but decorative buttons all the way down. It's this gray, it feels wool, but it said made in Canada, which is what prompted me to think, well, it looks well made. It's a great basic. I just feel like someone smaller than me could put this with, a simple t-shirt and a really cute pair of sandals. And I think that this would be a really elevated classic or simple style. So unfortunately the comps, there aren't any comps for any item like this. The comps for this brand aren't super high. So, I mean, if I spent $1, if I could get 20 bucks for this, I'd be happy. I'll probably list a little bit higher in case there is some fan, but 20, 25 would be awesome. I don't know if there's a market for it. All right, this was, keep in mind, the last time I went to the sale, I got a whole bunch of St. John. Quite a few of those pieces sold for over $100, and I paid $1 for each of those. So I was really hoping that there would be some, this is COMMONTAGS. It's Saint Tropez West. It doesn't have the original price tag. It's not my style, but it's like, it kind of feels like a beach swimsuit material. So I think it's kind of a top that you can, I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to look this up when it's on the mannequin to see if I can find the exact style. But similar ones like this, COMMONTAGS, were in the 25-ish range. So not terrible if I'm paying $1. I can't find any place to pay $1 really anymore. We don't have dollar days in LA anymore. And the bins definitely have gone up in pricing. So and I just don't have a lot of dollar options. So I'm happy if that sold for 25 this upcoming summer. This is my oddball item. Bear with me. I mean, it was hanging on the rack. I was like, I don't know. The tag did not look super promising. It does look vintage. When I got home and I looked this up, there's only one dress by this brand. It's Ryoichi, Ryoichi, New York. I don't know. There's only one dress listed, and I think it was listed for $100 or over $100 on Poshmark. No interest, and I don't know why they would price it that way, in my opinion, because I can't find any other comps or anything else listed. I'll look again, but I thought this was so fun. I'm going to try and get this on the mannequin. I don't know how I'm going to list this with keywords, but I couldn't leave it behind for $1. So we'll figure that out. Again, if I could get, something for it, but I don't know how I'm going to price it. I'll have to do a little bit more research, but again, like if I got $25 for that, $1, even with fees, I think that's a decent return considering I couldn't look anything up. And then this last item, I'm really bummed about. It is St. John collection. That means they had it. They had more yesterday. I know they did. It has the real tag. So it's not new with tags, but pants with the Santana knit, which I love. Pink, straight leg, stretchable pants. All good until I got home and got it under some light, and there's a couple small holes, and I just don't think it's salvageable. So I don't even think I'm going to list these. Yeah, but it was $1. I took a chance. I didn't really give everything a good look because I was kind of just in a hurry. But there are some hard goods that I got from my mom, so I'll show you those. Okay, first up were these glass pitchers with lids, and they are marked on the bottom, Bormioli, Rocco, Italy, something like that, Bormioli. Anyways, they are marked on the bottom. I just thought, how practical. Like, I mean, I like iced tea. Sometimes I like making, if friends are coming over, like a cocktail in bulk or a batch of cocktail, whatever, not bulk, but you know what I mean. Anyways, I thought a lot of people don't like plastic. This is just really handy. To be honest, I'm tempted to keep them, but I don't need more kitchen stuff. So they do sell these. These aren't like vintage or anything, but I do think they'll sell for my mom because they're just a very practical thing in her antique booth. And some of them used are selling individually for like $20. So I would not ship this, but she said that she would be happy to take it. And there's 2 of them. So, all right. Next up, again, these were $1. It's like, Mom, if you don't want them, I can redonate them. A shell, a seashell serving dish. This is marked with Winston, Mount Joy, Pennsylvania, USA. And there was also a punch bowl by this brand. And I did look it up when I got home, and I'm glad I didn't get the punch bowl, but it looks like these actually are in the like 20-25 range. Now, I'm not going to list it. I think this will do really well in her booth, maybe, 15 in her booth or something, because, being in California, a lot of people have beach houses. Not a lot of people, but there's a lot of people who, they go over to the coast. They like to decorate coastal. And I feel like this is a really great piece for that. So she said she's happy about this, and I'm happy that I got it for $1. All right, I got 2 bowls, and again, I could list these online, but I kind of just don't want to package these up. They're red, but they have kind of I don't know if you can see the black. It's not speckled, it's not consistent, but that's like part of the design. Anyways, these are Crate and Barrel. I should have said the pitchers they had marked for $8, this estate sale company. They had these individually marked at $12. Crate and Barrel is actually not all that expensive. Like, they've got good products, but it's not like, it's whatever. Anyways, these actually, this style of bowl does sell online for about $20 a piece. I asked her if she wanted them. There is a very small chip on the bottom right here. So, yeah, but she said that these will sell in her booth, and they're really great little serving. Like, even if someone doesn't have a matching bowl set, I think they're good serving dishes as well, like for sides. So $1 a piece. And lastly, this one was kind of cool. It's, even the woman that rung me up said, "Oh, did you know it can expand?" I was like, yeah, I opened it up. So it's kind of like a trivet that you would put like a hot dish on, but it also has the warmer underneath. So you can, put one of those little warming things, but it also expands depending on the size of your plate, which I just think is so practical. I think the design is great. There is some signs of wear on the handles. They've got little wheels. So, I just think it's very practical. Again, $1. There are some markings, 26, and then some marking right here that I don't know, but yeah, hopefully she can sell this. She seemed to be happy with it. Again, a lot of these I think are going to be in the 10 to 15 range in her booth, but still great return for $1. and at least I got to go and check it out and got a couple things for myself. So that is it. Be sure to hit the thumbs up. I will be back soon with another video, and that's it.